Hello, Henderson County High School. The time is now for a new 9 weeks and a new episode of KernelCast News.
Today we are looking into the ongoing political battle between Democrats and Republicans, exciting events in sports, and a few announcements.
Sounds like a lot's going on this year already.
I'm here with
Savannah.
So, what's your New Year's resolution?
Try and stay more on top of my work and get more work done.
There is a lot of turmoil in Washington, D.C. this week in the wake of last week's rioting at the Capitol that claimed the lives of 5 people and left many leaders wondering how dangerous Trump could still be.
Yeah, even though Trump has vowed a peaceful transition to Biden and has left Washington, D.C., many Democrats are asking Vice President Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment in an act that would remove Trump from office as one who is unfit for president. Pence has said he will not do it. Now Democrats are trying to do their best to impeach President Trump before the inauguration. Most analysts assume that the goal is to keep Trump from being able to run for president again.
Kelly Jane Torrance of the New York Post in a recent article sums up what many who want the country to move forward are saying. Impeachment like this is not what these constitutional remedies were designed to do. Using them for vengeance makes a mockery of them. And seeking vengeance isn't going to help America heal or force those behind Wednesday's outrageous events to take responsibility for their actions.
From Florida is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise with a very simple question. On January 6th, thousands broke the law by taking siege of our Capitol here with us inside. Has any one of those individuals who brought violence on this Capitol been brought here to answer whether they did that because of our president?
The gentleman from Washington is recognized for a minute.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. Madam Speaker, this is a sad day in our republic, but not as sad or disheartening as the violence we witnessed in the Capitol last Wednesday. We are all responsible. My colleagues are responsible for not condemning rioters this past year, like those who barricaded the doors of the Seattle Police Department and attempted to murder the officers inside. Others, including myself, are responsible for not speaking out sooner, before the president misinformed and inflamed a violent mob who tore down the American flag and brutally beat Capitol Police officers. Madam Speaker, we must all do better. These articles of impeachment are flawed, but I will not use process as an excuse. There is no excuse for President Trump's actions. The president took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Last week, there was a domestic threat at the door of the Capitol, and he did nothing to stop it. That is why, with a heavy heart and clear resolve, I will vote yes on these articles of impeachment.
For more on this, we want to talk to some students in social studies classes.
That would, if we don't impeach him, it'll give him a chance to come back in 2024, and so we should just get him out of the way.
Should we impeach Trump this close to a new presidency?
Honestly, I think he should go ahead and finish it out. I feel like it's unnecessary, but because we really have another president next week, so I mean, why not?
Should social media platforms be able to just shut down accounts whenever they want to, whenever they please?
Yeah, if it's too insane, like if it goes overboard, I think they should, because a lot of negative energy can make it worse.
Do you think we should impeach Trump right before a new presidency, or should we just keep him in office?
I don't think so. We should just keep him in because it's only a week left.
Okay, thank you.
Much you can do.
Do you think social media platforms should be allowed to shut down social media accounts?
Trump specifically, is spreading a lot of false rumors, fake news, and all of that, and trying to just stirring the pot. So I think he at least deserves to be shut down.
As we record this segment, events may have changed again by the time this airs. If you like to share your thoughts with us on this topic in an appropriate manner, tag us on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll be glad to share it. Next up, Luke and Brecken back with Sports Update.
Hello, Henderson County High School. It's your boy Luke Payne back with another segment of Sports Update. Colonel's boys and girls basketball has begun and both teams have an explosive start to their season. Both games were blowouts as the boys beat Union County by 43 points and the girls beat Union County by 31 points. Notable stat lines from the boys game came from Gerard Thomas, who had 15 points and 9 rebounds, while Noah Curry and Xavier Bugg both had 14 points apiece. From the girls' games, Sadie Worth had 17-point triple-double, Jari Thomas had 16 points and 6 rebounds, Micaiah Dixon had 12 points and 5 rebounds, and shout out to Coach Hale of the girls' basketball team for securing his 750 win as the head coach. He is only one of 3 people in state history to have 750 wins as a girls' coach. Some national sports news now. Alabama beats Ohio State 54-24 as they win college football national championship. Some big teams have already been eliminated from the NFL playoffs this year. Ravens get their revenge on the Titans. The Cleveland Browns secured their first playoff win since 1994. Steelers are sent home. The Rams upset the Seahawks, while Kansas City still remains the favorites to win the Super Bowl. The NBA is back, and it seems like COVID is dominating the court. Many games have been postponed or canceled due to teams not being able to field the few remaining players they have. The NBA and the National Basketball Players Association have still expressed interest in continuing the season for now, though. In the interest of your time and other segments, I will now pick my top 3 championship contenders for each conference. For the Western Conference, I have the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Clippers, and Dallas Mavericks. While in the Eastern Conference, I have the Philadelphia 76ers, the Boston Celtics, and the Brooklyn Nets. Thank you all for listening, and this is Luke Payne signing off on Sports Update.
Hello everybody, my name is Brenna Hagan, and here's how to vacation during a pandemic. Now, I went to Disney World, and you have 3 options on Travel Well at the park. You can either drive yourself, you can ride on a socially distanced bus, or you can ride the Skyliner. I unfortunately didn't get any footage of the Skyliner. Now, while at the park, you must remain 6 feet away from everybody and wear your mask at all times, or you will be removed. If you want to see characters, the beloved characters of this park, you can see them on boat tours and on parades. You'll see parades throughout the park, and there'll be a multiple set of characters. We saw the Toy Story cast, we saw Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy, and the original cast. We've seen a lot of people, and it's a very good way for families who want to see the characters to be able to see the characters. Now, shops and rides are still open. Rides are socially distant. You have options between row 1, row 3, and row 4 and row 5 often. And you sit and you must stay perfectly still as you go through the ride, but you can still enjoy the fun of all the rides. So that is a plus. Now, live entertainment, in the German restaurant, at least, they have a live band. And normally you can get up there and you can dance with them, and unfortunately you can't do that, but you can still listen. Now it's time for Star Wars Land. Star Wars Land is the newest attraction at Disney World. It is basically like you taking a picture of Star Wars and you are in it. You can go to cantinas, but you have to mobile order, and I recommend the blue milk. It is so good. Well, that is my Disney vacation during a pandemic. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see you next week, County. Thank you for tuning into this unimpeachable episode of KernelCast.
Please be sure to follow KernelCast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll keep trying to bring you some of those good things on those outlets.
Until next time, stay safe, County, and Happy New Year.
This is the KernelCast,
Signing out.
Woo!